2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. In this game, a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Russell Westbrook. How it's ended.
Well, Kevin, thank you. And
that was an impressive performance. David, thank you for that story. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. DJ Augustine out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Howard. And it's LeBron James. And it's Johnson in at the power forward. And for Houston, out on the perimeter, Green and Gordon. Martin is out there with Christian Wood. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
Oh, you got to love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Martin, the pass to Gordon. And here's Wall outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Westbrook. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket.
Martin with the bucket.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double fist.
Howard kicks to LeBron. Takes it inside. That one drops for him.
James is super strong, incredible at powering through the defense.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Wall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
LeBron, no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The pass to Wall. Wall draws the double. Outside, Green. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And as we march through the end of March, a chance now to look through the power rankings. You look at the Celtics. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've gotten into a bit of a rut. The season hasn't gone as they had hoped. You just get the feeling that they're somewhat discouraged right now, and that has them with an inability to break through. And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And finished off by Wood.
And let the big man eat. Throw it up to Wood, and he'll complete that. And, you know, we talk about how Wood has moved around the league. He also attended 3 different high schools. So he's been searching for direction for a long time.
Augustine against Wall. Pass to Green. Back to Wall. To the middle. Here's Martin. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Martin's got his second bucket of the night. And now Wood is laser focused, putting up all-star numbers over long stretches.
And you look at where he started compared to where he is now. Wood may be one of the most improved players we've ever seen, especially if he continues to ascend from here.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
They've been effectively aggressive here in the first half, driving to the hoop with authority and getting a lot of their points right at the rim.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Well, what you do appreciate about Westbrook is how determined he is. I mean, he plays with such a contagious intensity.
Schroeder with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Şengün with the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Westbrook against Schroeder. Ariza trying to break loose. That shot misses. And Schroeder's got the ball here for Houston. They trail by 3. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and that's got to be annoying to them. I mean, work hard to get to the line, but fail to capitalize.
It's rebounded by Schroeder. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Here's Porter. No good off the front iron. Lakers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
The defense sees Westbrook coming, but his verticality makes him almost unstoppable.
Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Wood. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wood's got his second bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
So the Lakers call timeout, their first. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
The Lakers making a switch here. Monk's checked in.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Wood. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. 8th in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game.
And there's a lot of power behind Woods' dunks. He's not going to get cheated when he takes it to the rim.
Anthony, the pass to Reeves. Ariza, right side. Basket, good.
Oh, I love the way Ariza sticks it to the defense, out-muscling and out-working anyone in front of him.
Schroeder outside. No good from 11 feet. Lakers have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Malik Monk.
That one on Monk.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Houston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
The first free throw is good, and the Rockets making a change here. Matthews is checked in, and good on the second, so he makes them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Shoots from 12. Anthony can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And out of bounds as the Lakers take possession.
Coming out of the floor for your Rockets, KJ Martin.
Here's Monk. 1 second left from the baseline. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
He's showing he has the ability to hit huge shots. That's got to fire him.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Now, John Wall, one of the most explosive guards in the NBA, and he knows the importance of keeping teams honest with his perimeter shot.
When my jump shot's going, it opens up the floor.
Well, Greg, we've seen plenty of other players improve their jump shot during their time in the NBA.
And as he slows down with age, I think that will be the key for Wall, increasing his confidence from range.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So with LeBron on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza. And there's Monk. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get positioned down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
There's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Martin.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now here's Matthews. Monk defending. It's stolen by Monk. He's all alone. Here's Reeves. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, the points go to someone else, but Monk deserves credit there. The fast break started with his steal.
Now Porter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Yeah, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And Malik Monk, the Kentucky alum, boy, he's a great weapon off the bench.
Well, Monk knows how to create his own shot. He comes in looking to score. He could develop into an elite 6-man.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. John Wall comes in for Kevin Porter. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
He's a guy that maybe used to go to the cup a little bit more, but now he shoots over half his shots from 3. But don't sleep on him. He'll still drive and finish him.
Here's Augustine. Rockets with the rebound. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. And that's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. From deep, James. And again, the Lakers no good. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Rockets. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
I like how James shoots off the pass. He knows how to catch the team by surprise.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Hey, Chris, at this point in Wall's career, what are you seeing from him in terms of his mindset?
He once said, Kevin, you don't get recognition as a point guard if you don't win. Well, he's all about team success right now. Looking for that elusive chip.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Stanley Johnson. Here's Wall. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Westbrook with the steal. Augustine dishes to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Rockets trail by 3. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Wall draws the double. The wide open look here for Wood. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And some nice passing there by Houston. Augustine against Wall. Outside Gordon. 5 on the clock.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Over Monk. And James pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 3. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. They get the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And the Lakers call time here.
And the first thing you notice about Green, the next level athleticism, incredible burst off the dribble, and makes smooth adjustments midair.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Rockets. 1:33 left in the first half of basketball. James in the post. He's against Gordon. LeBron shot is off. And one can only imagine what Green will be like, Greg, with a little time.
You know, still refining his shot release, still working on getting others involved. But we haven't seen a two-guard into the league with this much potential in quite some time.
And Westbrook throws it down.
The flashy ball handling of Westbrook, so clever at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And stolen by James. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And Howard with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of the game.
Wall, no luck.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And the dunk by James.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Rockets trail by 5. 29 seconds left here in the second. Here's Monk, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
There's no question. Monk's ceiling is high. He needs to keep working on becoming a more efficient scorer and a well-rounded player.
For Houston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. The Rockets with another miss. Here's Horton Tucker. He's guarded by Schroeder. James. Here's Howard. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, the timing he possesses, just a lethal concoction.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense.
Thanks very much here with Frank Vogel. Coach, the points coming with regularity in that first half.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that'll do it for our halftime.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets. The backcourt made up of Wall and Green. Christian Wood is out there with Martin, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. Westbrook, no good.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And the basket by Gordon.
Gordon's floater is so soft, gliding it beautifully over the D, making it hard to block.
Here's Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And finished off by Wood.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the openings.
Lakers leading by 6. Johnson kicks to LeBron. Lays it up off the glass. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Wood passes to Gordon, and they call an illegal swing.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Howard. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for LeBron. Westbrook with the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block. Chris, fitting, right, that Russell Westbrook began a charity called the Why Not Foundation. Because that sort of sums up his attitude on the court. Put a challenge in front of him, and he'll say, why not?
Yeah, he's always been fearless, and there's nothing he can't do on the court, period. And Russell's charity, you mentioned, the Why Not Foundation, does a lot of great work with young people in our at-risk communities.
The kick out to Matthews. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Passes it to Augustine. Unloads from 13. And it's off the back rim. No good. Rockets trail by 10. Martin the pass to Wall. Houston moving the ball around. Puts up a 3. A shot missing. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Los Angeles. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Martin. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for Martin.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. Had to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for John Wall. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And checking out Houston. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And you know, Houston, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
And for Wall, Greg, has his game changed at all now that he's into his 30s?
And he's so much stronger now. Just as liable to go through you than around you. Better at varying the tempo and controlling the pace of the game.
Over in the corner, Green. Now the pass to Şengün. Ariza brings the double. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. The shot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Los Angeles.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Russell Westbrook. He's been more than solid over the last year. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Schroeder. Here's Şengün. That one, no good. Good D by Ariza. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Anthony with the jam.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Rockets trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Şengün with the bucket.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
One of the more active and alert players in the NBA. Westbrook takes advantage of defensive miscues.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
If you want to see how efficient the offense is running, a great stat to look at is points off assist. And they've gotten a ton of assists throughout this game.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Houston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Took him no time at all on that one. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Westbrook with it. 16 points for him. Shoots over Schroeder. Offensive rebound. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 6 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Wood, and finished off by Wood.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Westbrook against Schroeder. Westbrook passes to Horton Tucker. Westbrook, and Westbrook is right there. Westbrook's got 11 in the second half.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Rockets trail by 15. Schroeder looking around. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Lakers substitution.
12 seconds left in the third quarter. Schroeder outside. Pass to Şengün. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Play for each other, creators and receivers. Okay, share the ball. Here we go.
On everyone on the same page offensively, Frank Vogel saying to each man, do it for your teammates.
And, you know, I love the fact that he's promoting the spirit, the camaraderie between his guys. When they're working together, they are a lot harder to stop.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Howard. Elite bunk out there with LeBron James. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Porter passes to Wood. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. And that's 12 points for Christian Wood.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Reeves. Kicks to LeBron. Over Martin. And the bank shot is good. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Powerful, yet effective. James has always done a lot of damage from the mid-range.
Gordon up on top. Monk defending. Nobody near Schroeder. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Timeout called the Lakers. For the Rockets, Green is checked in for Porter. And John Wall subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Los Angeles making a switch here. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The drive by James does not go down. That miss makes him 7 for 12 in the game. Martin dishes the Wall. And some nice passing there by Houston. That cuts the lead to single digits.
That lightning took the lead, scored and catching and firing perfectly. Can't guard that.
Inside. That's good from Howard on the assist by James. That's 12 points for Howard.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Here's Wood. That one's not going to go. Johnson with the defensive effort. Augustine with it, and it's Martin picking him up. The shot by Johnson, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 10-point game.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And yes, it's good.
Powerful presence on the court. It's hard to match James' strength inside.
Augustine against Wall. Good trying to free himself up. Wall's shot is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Howard kicks to Monk. Pass to LeBron. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. He's going to send LeBron James to the line. That one goes on Wood. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Russell Westbrook comes in for Malik Monk.
The agility, the instincts, the power. I mean, James remains a dominant figure on both ends.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger.
Well, I just love Westbrook's energy and explosiveness on fast breaks. There's rarely a moment where he's not giving his all.
Wall against Augustine. Wall passes to Martin. Puts the move on. And the rejection by James.
James is just a sensational shot blocker. You got to check your rearview mirror. He's relentless.
Here's Anthony. No good. Shot missing. The Rockets go the other way with it. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. Augustine with the steal. Pushing it up. Second chance shot. And Anthony lays it up and in.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Wall looking it over. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We always have some tweaks to the rules every season, Chris. What do you think the league should focus on now when it comes to the next change?
You know, I would hope the league would address the boardroom. I hope they would address the ownership. I hope they would address management. Hopefully, the league can start to look like the makeup of the players that it employs when you talk about ownership and things of that nature.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let up. I mean, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And it looks like we got a man in the zone tonight. Once Wood gets...
Oh, that was a strong goal.
That's how you go hard.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4-0. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was.
For LeBron.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Wall, and it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the most feared rim protectors in the league.
And James gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. And the Lakers lead by 19. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wall, An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And that's the fortitude of Wall. Not going to be thrown off by the defense.
Here's James. Pass to Howard. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Over Martin. Basket good.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Russell, congrats. How satisfying is it?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is...